Good early evening, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XM and Future Digibyte OG. So, guys, I want to do this video because you have to be very, very, very aware of something. If you're in a position, considering entering a position, I'm in XLM right at this price practically right now, but I will have a quick trigger finger to get out if at any point I see Bitcoin looking like it's going to come down and break 33,500 and hold under that. Right now, I don't give a shit what it does in this intraday trading, this middle. It's been bouncing around, but the moment I see, because right now it's already got my trigger up. It's already got the alert up. If it breaks down and I see it under 34,000, specifically if it breaks 33,500, that's when I would highly consider being out imminently. If it shows me it's going to break under 34, I'm out. I don't think I would stay under 34,000 because I know the imminent. But it looks like to me in the 1 minute, it's either pulling for some kind of break up in the short term is what it looks like, or it's just getting ready to roll over itself. And that's why I said if you're taking this gamble, limit your stop losses with XLM. Put it at about 25.5. You put it at 25.5, that's pretty safe. You can run it down to 25 if you want. But I have it right around 25.5 is what I think, logically. If it got down there, it might be telling us that, hey, we gave it a run, but, it's just not there. But I'm also not going to sell out because it went down a few $100s in Bitcoin. I know what I'm looking at. Like I said, the whole point of getting in was to bounce on this breakout zone. And like I always tell you guys, a breakout doesn't necessarily mean it's going up. A breakout could just as easily mean it's going down. And I'm under the belief that it's probably going to go down. But you guys know me. I like to be in position for the breakout. Cost me less than $50 on uphold for this gamble. So I'm going to roll with it. If it costs me $100 or $150 in the grand scheme of things, so be it. But I have a good plan. I know what I'm looking at, and I know exactly what I'm going to do, if things were to break down. So watch very closely. It's, to me, like I was saying earlier, in the 3 minute, 5 minute, it looked like it could have been building some kind of structure, coming down. But I have a sloping line right there that I think it's using as a support. If it breaks under that, it stays under that. About 34,055, 34,000. Because if it goes back down here, I don't think it's bouncing off of it. But if it bounces off of here, it's fine. But we're starting to run out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Like I keep saying the last few days, the buyers are being exhausted. And it's very likely that the bears are going to overtake the market. But you guys know me. I like to be in at every swing point when it breaks down. And this is one of them. Sometimes it pays off huge. Sometimes you lose a few bucks. Right now I've done neither. I'm right, we're right where we bought in. But it's my job to come on and explain. We bought XLM at 26 cents. We got to know once it breaks down, you're going to get the fuck out. If you see it at 25.5, it likely failed this. That's all. If you see Bitcoin under 35.5 or 33.5, it's likely failed. Just don't be too quick on the trigger finger if you're already in, because it could easily bounce up. But if you're not in a position, that's why I said you've got to be very, very careful, and it's gotta work with your flow. You've got to have a plan in place. I have a plan in place. I know what I'm doing regardless. If I see Bitcoin at any time probably around 33.5, 33.75, I'm out. If it breaks 34,000, I'm highly considering getting out because I already know what it's going to mean. To me, 34,000 is that ultimate support line for Bitcoin right now. My gamble was Bitcoin 34.6 to 34,000. If it broke 34,000, likely I was out because that would mean XLM was still around 26, 25.8, and I would lose minimal 0.5%, 0.75%. So that is the reason. That is the logic. And I like to have myself at a swing point. But when you're in a swing point, you also have to know you better have an exit strategy because that swing trade can go very, very south. Because I do them at breakouts. I don't care about the inner trading unless it's, unless it can make sense. But we're riding that underlying support line that I drew right there, and we've been riding it all the way up. But now it's decision time. Are we going to finish off a cup and handle, or are we going to break to the downside of this, go down to 30,000 or 28,000 that you can still pick off the cup and handle? I am under the belief, and yes, I'm in a position, but I'm still under the belief that we're probably going to have to come down and do something like this and possibly this and then come up. That's what I think. So, Tom, if you think that, why would you be in a position? Well, because if it does get a push-up, I'd like to be in it. That's how I do my business. But I also have tight stop losses, so the moment things look like ass, I'm out. That's why I came on right now, because I seen this push-up. In the 1 minute, I knew I could talk, and everything would be practically right where it was at when everybody bought, if they did. Or if you're holding on to it, it's still at a position to where, hey, what the fuck is that? To where, you know, you can make an educated decision. Those are scenario, folks. It's either bouncing down, gathering support at either 30 or 28, like I've been saying, or it's going to bounce up and come around and then come down. I put myself in position. If you're new to my channel, I always put myself in position generally at a breakout spot when it can be a significant breakout one way or the other. This will likely 75 to 80% chance this is going down. I've never come off of that. I'm just saying I like to be in position for a breakout. So if you're in a position for a breakout, have your stop loss with Bitcoin no less than 33,500 for your altcoins. If you see it going under or approaching or thinking, my stop loss basically, if I see Bitcoin rolling under 34, I'm out with XLM. I don't want to be eating big losses here of more than a percentage, like 1%. You know, right now I'm down like 0.10%. With the fees and everything, probably 0.75%. So, you know, when you're doing stuff like this, you gotta have a plan. So T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. If you want to join Tom's Army, get me here full time so I can do live streams instead of just these updates. Links in the description. If you're on an iPhone or certain mobile phone apps, there's a bug, so you have to go on your desktop browser and hit join, and then you'll be part of Tom's Army. If you want to send a donation, links in the description. If it's me, you see it south of 34,000 showing problems, out. XLM, you could have 26 cents, 25.8. Like for me, I would say about 25.7 would be as low as I'd be willing to hold. Because if it's fallen through those levels, you know it fell through this triangle. And a simple move down can be catastrophic. Because if it moves down out of this, it's going to be a significant move one way or the other. I am under the personal belief we have to go down. And XLM will be about 22 cents, 20 cents. Where's the bottom of this? Yeah, because that's 20 cents right there. So I'm thinking we still have to come back down to about the bottom of this cup and handle. Or, yeah, to about the bottom of this cup and handle. It would be to the bottom side. That's why I drew it like this, because I think we still have one more section to go. But I'm trying to get us in position if we have a breakout spot right here. So I'm always trying to do two things at once, guys. Once you get used to my system, you're going to understand. You may think you're not in position for trades, or I'm not in everything, but I actually am in everything. I'm just out before the collapse happens. I'm in and out very swiftly. I put myself in position very swiftly. Stay blessed, guys.